Two salt on a pod.
And we are live, I think. Wait. Yes. We're live. Okay, do your intro.
Okay. All right, welcome back to episode 2, Two Salts on a Pod.
On a pod.
I have my co-host.
The boy himself, Mason Jonathan Joshua.
Can't even wait for an intro.
Oh, sorry. Were you getting... Okay, you give me an intro.
No, it's fine. It's great.
No, I want to hear your intro.
I don't care. It's fine. Whatever.
Give me your intro. Don't smile. That makes a slight sound of your mouth opening.
I think it's funny. No, this is great. I'm joined by my co-host and my spouse and my best friend.
Mason.
Who these days goes by Salty Boy Games, really. I don't even use any of his real names anymore.
And this is Joshua from Salty Boy Radio as well.
I thought you went by Jonathan.
Oh, and Jonathan and Mason. Yeah, sorry. This is already off the rails.
You've regressed.
No. Oh, in the terms of my names. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
You're using your dead name, which I thought you said we couldn't use anymore.
No, not supposed to.
So last week we talked about, well, not last week, but on the last episode, we talked about...
A month or so ago.
When we did our first episode, we talked about parenting, we talked about our little girl, we talked about things that we've learned. And in that podcast, when we were editing, I was realizing that there were a couple of interesting things that came up that I thought could be fun to dive really a lot deeper into.
Oh my God.
Audience.
You know me. I can't help myself from
This is
diving.
going to be a good one. So there were a couple of things we were jawing about. I think was a word we
That's what
used.
they say in The Magician's Nephew.
Yes. Which we still haven't read anymore.
Hey, don't tell them that. We want to seem like good parents.
We were talking about how we react very differently to things like gift giving and reacting to like news, good, bad news, whatever, and our difference in excitement levels. So I was kind of thinking we could talk about those types of things. Oh, and then we talked about doing like kind of some get to know you questions, maybe.
I remember that. I don't remember what you were talking about with the news. How we react to CNN. How we react to
Sometimes.
the Gazette. The LA Gazette. Is that a magazine? It should be.
Probably.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So
I was thinking, because we started with parenting, we could maybe start with the...
conception.
No, news reactions to... I know that we've had wildly different reactions to life news.
Oh,
not
that type of news.
Specifically. I'm not saying in our life necessarily,
Okay.
but to other people's news. Like we've had reactions to people who we found out they were getting married. And I find it interesting that we have such very different reactions to those things. Okay, I can think of a specific time where one of my friends had gotten engaged. And I was just like, this is so exciting. You know, pretty normal response.
Oh, and was I like, we'll see. What was it like? What was that? What it was like?
Yeah.
This is too open-ended. What's the specific question?
I just want to talk about the difference in reactions that we have.
Oh, okay.
I'm highly excitable. I'm also excitable about news like that has, or future things that have to do with us. And I don't think you necessarily are.
No, not typically. I typically, like, there can be something that I hypothetically looked forward to for a year and I will not feel anything until it's happening. True.
Yeah.
Is that what you're alluding to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Or gifts. Gift giving. Gift
I
giving.
think you have to phrase them as a question. For
I'm
me
not
to
asking
respond.
questions.
Okay.
Talk to me as if you're just we're just talking.
So what are my thoughts on gifts?
No.
Okay.
I want to talk about how we have totally different reactions to gifts.
We do.
Yeah. Even just thinking about buying someone else a gift
Well, what are your responses to
stresses
gifts?
you out, I think.
Oh, yes.
And receiving gifts also very clearly stresses you out.
Yeah.
And so I think it's interesting, and I think it'd be interesting to talk about why.
Where you think it comes from? Okay, do you want to start or do you want me to start with where it comes from?
I don't know where it comes from for you. I mean, I have guesses, but I don't think I'm the one that should be talking about where it comes from.
I guess, well, if we're talking about for me, I was saying for where does your excitement come from? But for me,
I'm normal.
okay,
it.
sure. In that one case, you could call it that. No, I think that my response for that probably just comes from fear of disappointment. I feel thoughtful about these things and possible fallout. And I've also received gifts that I feel really guilty that I don't like.
Ooh, on that note,
Yes.
there's been
I think that's a B flat. That was actually a root and a minor third that we just did, folks. Sorry.
on that note, there's also something else that we think about totally differently. I'm not the type to hang on to stuff out of sentimentality. I can be, depending on what it is.
Well, I think
you will hold on to gifts that
Yes.
you definitely don't want, or they might even be broken, or you might have never ever used them ever, including things from me that I'm like, why do you still have these pajama pants that I bought you 10 years ago and you've never worn them? And you're like,
and
well,
they don't fit.
they might, I don't know if they don't fit, but you're like, well, but you gave them to me. And I'm like, it's fine. It doesn't make sense to me to keep them.
Well, I feel like both of those reactions, whether it's being nervous about getting / receiving gifts and holding on to them, are just guilt based. It's just worried about, hey, like this person who gave me this gift, what if they know that I don't really like it? I'll feel bad. I would feel bad if I got a gift for someone and they didn't like it. And then what if they found out that I don't use it, and then I'll carry that guilt for years. And
would you actually feel bad?
I'll wear those pajama pants one day.
Would you actually feel bad if
Yes.
if you gave someone a gift and you found out that they didn't use it?
I guess that has happened before. But the times that it's happened before, it's when I've gotten someone a video game or something. And when they don't play it, I'm like, well, that's their loss because I know it's awesome and they're not giving it a chance. I feel confident in my
So then you don't
pick.
feel bad.
That's true, but it's different. When I was a kid, if I got a gift that I didn't like, I felt so horrible that I didn't like it. I felt like I was ungrateful or something. What did you feel like? What caused you to be excited about gifts? Did you get good gifts or what?
I don't know if I got good gifts. I'm sure I got good gifts. I also was the type that got excited about gifts. So then I would proactively make lists that were things that I might want. Like I was a pretty typical kid that, even though I didn't believe in Santa, still made like a Santa wish list because I knew my parents were probably going to buy something on it.
My parents didn't. My dad didn't do Santa until I was like 15 years old.
I think that's what
They
my
never
parents
did
were
it.
like too.
Yeah. What is with that? That's hilarious. But yeah.
But I feel like being excited
What's your
about
favorite gift you've
gifts
gotten though?
is
Sorry.
exciting. Gifts. I feel like being excited about gifts is normal. That's what I meant to say. Or like the more typical reaction. You almost have like a unreasonable amount of anxiety when it comes to opening a gift. I will be excited to give you a gift because I'm like, oh, I know he's going to love this gift. Or I've just been thinking about it maybe. Or I'm just like, this is a good gift. Or I'm just excited in general. Maybe I like it.
But my concern is...
Hold on. And then you will be... Hold on. And you'll be like, okay. I'll be like, it's time to open gifts. And you're like, which comes across like you just don't care. But I know, and I've learned over time that it just causes you stress.
Yeah, it's definitely not about if I'm going to like the gift. It's if I'm afraid of disappointing you with my reaction, because a big reason that people get gifts for other people is because they want to bless them. So I'm like, what if I can't pull off the blessed face or gesture?
But you're really good
Then
at
I'm gonna
acting. So if it's just a matter of
that's
acting
debatable.
appropriately at the time,
Okay,
then
wait, let's see if
why
I'm
not
good at
just
acting.
do that?
I could do that. Let's see how good at acting I am. Okay, give me an emotion.
Happy,
I'm happy. Give me another emotion.
angry.
I'm angry right now. Okay, see? That was pretty
Surprised.
good. What's going on here? This is all the same weird, soft-spoken.
And it's really good when you can't see
Midwestern.
someone's face.
Wait, give me sad.
Sad.
I'm sad.
I'm sad. Just
I'm
saying
real sad right now.
the emotion
Okay.
that you're feeling.
No, here's the thing is, I feel like if it's agreed upon, like if it's for a sketch or a play or something like that, I feel comfortable with acting. But when acting is to deceive someone, I feel no comfort about it. I don't feel comfortable doing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So are you afraid? Are you concerned that you probably don't like, you actually probably don't like the thing? And so then you're not responding appropriately? Or are you worried about it even if you do like the thing and then you're like, well, I'm probably not happy enough? Have you liked any gifts ever?
Yes, I've liked a lot of gifts. I can tell you, well, we've probably talked about what it is specifically. It's happened when my mom asked me, hey, what do you feel about this? And I'm like, it's fine. This is before Christmas. She asks me, hypothetically,
This
I'm
isn't
doing
recent.
air quotes. No. This is as a kid. I'm doing air quotes over it's like a hypothetical scenario of, oh, would you like this gift? And I'm like, no, not really. And then that would be what I would open on Christmas Day. So I would open it with just a ton of guilt.
Well, that's definitely not your fault in that scenario.
How dare my mom?
Honestly, if I'm gonna,
Well, I don't know why she didn't take it back.
I was just gonna say, if I asked a question like, "What would you think about this gift?" and then the person was like, I could take it or leave it. It's not really my thing." Then you better believe I'm gonna return that thing and I'm gonna find something else, and I might do some sleuthing to figure out what you would like. I guess it would depend on how close to Christmas or how close to the thing it is, because it might have been too late.
Well, I just felt like I was in an awkwardly situation.
An awkwardly situation. Yeah.
You know what that is, right? Never mind. I'm not going to talk
We don't need to
about
get into that.
Yeah, it's like being in an awkward situation where someone's... It's like if right before you put on an outfit, you're like, hey, so you like flared pants? And I'm like, no, they're dumb. And then you take that out to date night.
And that's what
And I'll be
wear.
like, that's an unfair...
Oh my gosh, I was just talking to one of our friends about this. Why is it, this is great.
Was it?
This is a great topic, actually.
I had to bleep that.
This is a great topic for men and women to talk about. Why do so many guys not like flare jeans?
I could tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
My thought.
You're a guy, so
Yes.
I am asking you.
it is up for
I
grabs.
really
I
like
agree.
flare jeans, depending on what they are. I don't love the loose fitting flare jeans. I like
Okay.
tight flare.
My thoughts toward all women's clothing. So women like...
This already
Flashiness.
isn't fast enough of an answer.
I don't need to be... I didn't agree to be fast. Women... They like flashy things and they like trends. And men like one thing, and that's the shape of women. So anything that shows the shape of women, they're on board with. Anything that's revealing of the shape or revealing of and or skin of women is what men like. So flare jeans, that just conceals the
No, it doesn't.
ankles. Yeah, it does. It
The
conceals
ankles?
the ankles and the calves. You're saying men don't like that? They only like the thigh-knee region?
I would think that the derriere and
Did you almost say buttocks?
no, I was gonna say
And then
something
you're like,
else,
"That's
and
a
then I'm
little
like,
too
you know what?
risque."
This is probably there's probably gonna be family listening to this at some point.
Oh my goodness. No, if you're family, if you're one of our parents, shut it off.
Right now, here's your chance. 5, 4, 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Okay, now that you're gone. Anyway, I think that it would emphasize the shapeliness because it's more curvy. Flare jeans are more curvy.
Yeah, it's like when there's a woman and her legs are her legs have been removed from the knee down. I'm like, that just emphasizes how hot her thighs are. No, we want to see all the legs. I get it. Like, I'm not saying it I don't think it looks bad. But if we're doing a date night, I'm like, if you're going to ask me, I'd prefer to be able to see the shape of your legs versus not. So I'm sure a lot of the choices that you would think men don't like, it's just they'd prefer something else more.
What if they're a less exaggerated flare?
Then it'd be fine. I'd always prefer...
Like a boot cut. Do you know what that is?
Yes. I think so. No, I don't. What is a boot cut?
This doesn't matter. We don't need to get into that. I'm just curious if it was less exaggerated, but still not totally skinny jean, where skinny jean obviously is tight all the way down.
No, I mean, whatever is the most showing of the shape of your physique is always going to be the most preferable option.
So what about low-rise jeans versus high?
You're making up terms now. What is that? What's low rise, high rise?
Think
I know in terms of apartment.
Think 2000s jeans, super low cut, like below the hip.
That's the kind of thing that it's like I would probably want to see that real estate, but I wouldn't want you to wear out because it looks a little bit like you're showing too much. And also, a lot of when people would wear that in the early 2000s, they were not curvy, to be nice. They didn't have the type of natural curves. They were usually straight. Yeah.
Or like...
They made Courtney Love look fat, to be polite.
Was Courtney Love super skinny?
I don't know. She was a...
I only know Courtney
Cox. She was a drug user, I'm guessing.
To be fair.
Oh, yeah. Courtney
gotcha.
Cox, sure. That actually probably works as an example.
Okay. So we answered the flare question.
the very burning question.
Yeah. It is a burning question. I've wondered that many times, and it really bums me out that you don't like flare jeans because I like certain ones that I own a lot.
No, well, let me clarify my position. I wouldn't say that that's a bad choice or I think it looks bad, but it's more date nights are limited opportunities, so I'd prefer it would be optimal options.
Meaning?
Skinny jeans and... Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I think of flare jean as that's date night. That feels sexier to me.
In name. Because they seem to have flair because of the name.
It seems like a more risque option, honestly, to me than skinny jeans. It seems more flirtatious. It seems more feminine. I don't know why.
Well, tell me your position on it, because I've told you why. I've told you why the full leg shape is more alluring.
Think women like seeing the silhouette of a look. They like what that might look like, rather than thinking, like, if you think about it just seeing the shadow shape of what a flare looks like. Women think about that for their outfits a lot of the time. Like, what does the shape of this outfit look like? Or fit, as the kids say now.
Ugh, we need some comments to see if people agree with both of us, because I believe you
that all the women listening to this 100% are going to be flares are great. Let's bring them back.
I believe your perspective. I don't understand it, and I think not all the men, but
majority
most men
of
will
the
stand
women
with me.
That if there are any comments, comment.
Yeah, what? We'll have to just see what site we're putting
We're
this
acting
on,
like
and
we're
if they have
live
comments.
streaming this. Like we're gonna see them just streaming it.
Pineapple 829 says
Apple bottom jeans says 100%
boots with the fur.
yes.
Okay, sorry.
All
We
right.
spent so much time on jeans.
I know. I think we probably had like a 5-minute aside on the jeans.
If you think it was only 5 minutes, that's great. But let's see.
I
What's
have a
next?
stopwatch going, so I'm pretty sure I have a better idea than you do.
No.
Who's better at timing? Not beats included.
You knew where I was going when I paused. Yes, fine.
I'm
You.
way more conscious of
I'm
time
horrible
than
at time management. Agreed.
you. Okay, well, we don't have to get into the news thing, but I do remember.
No, let's get into the news. I want to.
Okay, I don't know how many people have dealt with this who might be listening to this, but it took me a long time to not be frustrated when we might hear something that would typically be considered like a positive news update from a friend of like, we're engaged or something like that. It took a long time for me to not be hurt that you weren't immediately excited like I was. Because I'm the type to be on board with someone's excitement level. And that, in addition to, if we were anticipating something, like, for example, when we started house shopping, that was exciting for me, but it really didn't feel like you were into it at all.
Well, I guess that's probably where the difference is I feel like I've had to grow in expressing my excitement and that it's necessary. And I've especially seen with having a kid that you have to have emotions way bigger because otherwise they don't understand with words. And I probably expressed excitement in kind of a flat way, not very much. And I'm thinking.
But I'm telling you that you would not, I don't think you would even express excitement.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm saying I've learned that it's necessary to express excitement.
But I don't even think you're saying, I thought you just said with kids you have to express it more because they won't get it in just words. And I'm saying I don't even think you would express it in words of like, oh, good for them or anything. You would be like, okay, we'll see what's going to happen with that relationship or whatever it would be. It was always kind of like a downer comment.
Well, that could be devil's advocate because, yeah, some of which I didn't mean to be this way, but like when everyone seems to have one reaction, I would usually question it. But yeah, I try to express my excitement about things better, but I'm saying it's more that I've seen the importance with having a kid because she doesn't understand just words. You have to express things physically and be like, oh, that's so great.
Well, what about not for a kid?
No, okay. Let me get deeper into it. I think I was self-conscious about being excited. It made me feel really dorky and silly to be excited about things. So I don't think I would show it very often because I would feel like I looked like a dork being excited about something. So I'd be like, I feel more comfortable being like, oh, okay, well, we'll see how it goes. Because then I'm like in a silly way thinking, well, I won't be a sucker then. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
You were a real Zendaya about it.
Yeah.
If you don't expect
I
anything,
did base
then
that based on her portrayal as, what's her name?
Mary Jane. MJ.
MJ, yeah. As I portrayed all of my emotions based on Zendaya's portrayal of MJ in the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, in the future movies that came out that had.
No, here's the thing. If you're a dude like that, then it's cool. If you're a girl, then you're like a goth loser doing that. No, just kidding. But yeah, that's me being honest, is I feel like I would see people be really excitable, probably coming from my childhood, and then I would just...
You'd see it like not pan out or something.
Yeah. It seemed silly
foolish.
or like it's insincere. Yeah, so I would be like, well, I'm not going to give into that. But I've really tried to change that. I think it's noticeable, but sure.
Yeah, I think you've been growing in it, trying.
Dead air. Sorry. Yeah, no, I have. Does that cover the topic? with you being excited about things, do you feel like there's any potential drawbacks to that?
No. Just kidding.
Topic explored.
And we fully explored that topic. Yeah, I think sometimes sometimes there can be reactions that I have that might not be 100% genuine because I haven't thought that much about the thing that I'm
like you're
reacting
hyping
to.
yourself up, or you're hyping yourself down in terms of genuinity?
I would just be reactive and excited because someone else is excited. And I may or may not actually care that much personally about the situation, whatever it might be.
So do you feel like part of that is to just try to fit in, or what's the motivation behind that?
I'm just an energy person. I can get excitable. I can have that same energy as someone else in a positive way, but I could also have like a downer mood if
True.
someone's down.
Yeah, no, I get that.
That's why it would be hard for me with you sometimes, where it's like we might be going to like a movie, for example. Maybe it was a movie we were anticipating watching, like when the Avengers was coming out or something.
Yeah.
And I would be excited to go. I'd be like, "Oh, are you excited?" or whatever. And you're like, "Nah, I'll probably be excited when we get there." I'm like, "Fine."
No, well, with that stuff, I feel like I was far too literal, where I'm pretty bad at getting hypey anticipated until like something is happening. But I feel like it's kind of inconsiderate for me to just not be like, yeah, mentally I'm excited about that. I was way too literal about, I'm not feeling the jolt yet.
Butterflies.
Yeah, well, I wasn't thinking you were like doing a barometer for my energy to test it, if that makes sense. And I'm saying I've realized how that could be negative to you by me being negative, which I've only had myself to consider that before, if that makes sense.
I can understand not wanting to be excited or excitable.
No, it's not
for the
wanting.
sake of maybe not wanting to look foolish or like appear is it ingenuine?
Yeah, disingenuous.
Disingenuous. I can understand that for sure.
Well, that's the thing, is where the movie is a different topic, because with movies it just is movies, or like moving into a house. Something that I feel like is a blessing to you is you're really good at visualizing things and getting excited, and I feel like I'm not very imaginative out of the moment. So it's like, are you excited to move into the house? And I don't even know what that feels like until we're in the house, and then all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, we're in this house. That's cool. I didn't even think of these things. But
yeah,
I've
that's
tried,
like what we talked about last week about you're super in the moment.
Yes, but I'm saying I've tried to adjust that to be like, it's still good to express like my mental excitement and things about that, even if I don't have a lot of feelings that go with it, to be with you. But yeah, let's do some get to know you questions. Let's do some get to know you
What get
questions.
to know you questions do you want to do?
I thought you had some.
So, what was your favorite color when you were 5?
It's that every week. It's just a different age. How about 27 and a
I was
half?
5. My favorite color was green. What about you?
Mine was a cool cyan. No, I don't know. Did you have any idea of specific get to know you questions?
Mm-mm.
You just thought of the topic with zero potential questions. All right.
Let's call it. Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
We've talked about this before, but not. I know of it, but I don't totally get it. You've said that you didn't ever have aspirations for like what you were going to be when you grew up, when you were a kid. Like, I wanted to be a bajillion things. I was like, I want to be a opera singer. At one point, I want to be an architect. I want to be a hairdresser. I want to be a, I don't know. There was
Third
something
example
else in there. Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So forth. And you've said that you never thought about it.
No. I totally thought about it. I just never decided anything. See, again, it's like this weird in the moment thing. So I'm saying,
did you tell me that no one had ever asked you what you wanted to be?
yeah, that's nothing that was talked about when I was a kid, like aspirations or the
No
future.
one, not even a stranger, asked you?
I
I feel
don't
like
think
that's
so.
a very common thing for just people to ask kids.
It sounds crazy to think that no one ever has, but I can't recall anyone ever asking me that. But like the main thing is
Okay, well, what did you want to be then?
nothing.
So you-
Yeah. I'm saying again, it's
I'm
like
rolling my eyes because I'm absolutely correct in thinking exactly what I'm thinking.
no. I thought about, hey, what would I want to do? But again, yeah, I mean, we can explore this in the coming weeks. But again, I do feel like there was kind of an embarrassment where I'm like, I don't want to say what I'm going to be, and then it doesn't work out that way, and I'm going to feel like a dork or a loser. So, yeah, I feel like I never decided on things, and people said, oh, I'll be an astronaut or I'll be a whatever it is.
When you're 5, you can't decide on something. So I'm not saying, did you decide you were going to be something? Because obviously you're still figuring it out.
No, maybe I was just really self-conscious from an early age about these things. I don't know. What did you want to be? You said
I just
opera
told
singer.
you a
I've never
bunch of
heard that.
different. Yeah, you.
Is that what
Because
is
I
that
was
for?
obsessed with Sarah Brightman for a while because my mom had her CD, and I have a cousin who was an opera singer.
I just feel like I'm a weird person where I'm just super in the moment, where I love experiencing where I am, and then if I'm going through a bad moment, I can kind of catastrophize a lot. But I just feel like I'm really bad at emotionally picturing the future. Like all these things in my life that I have now, which is a kid and a kid on the way and a marriage and a house and all those things. That's something that like I still feel really lucky to have, but it doesn't feel, yeah. Like I feel like I never thought I would have those things. I'm really bad. I'm trying to get better at it because I feel like you're really good at visualizing the future and that helps you to plan and think forward. But yeah, I'm bad at it.
I'm not trying to pick on you saying that you're bad at it.
No, but it's true though.
But
I
you're
just am
saying
bad
that
at
you
it.
did think about it. So I want to know what were some of the things you wanted to be when you were a kid that maybe you just never vocalized.
I can't think of anything that I decided. I just thought about it as a
just said,
possibility, but I never
when you're-
decided
yeah,
anything.
that's exactly what it is. Kids don't actually. How many kids who
I
say I'm
thought
going to be
about-
an astronaut end up being an astronaut?
No, but they say that. I never even said in my own mind, I'm going to play music for a living or anything like that, even though I liked music. I feel like I always felt a strong, whatever. I felt a strong aversion to committing to anything. I don't know why. It's really weird. Something's wrong with me. I don't think it's cool. It's a huge pain in my life that I've struggled to commit to anything. But yeah, I always found that really difficult.
You saying that honestly doesn't make that much sense to me because you're highly loyal and you're a highly committed person once you do start on something.
Yeah, once I commit, I would maybe feel like I'm locked in or something. I don't know. Well, you talk about yourself. I don't want to keep talking about my
you have to ask me
embarrassingness.
questions if you want me to talk about myself.
Well, I did. I said, what were you interested in being other, than an opera singer? What were the reasons that you would want to be something like an opera singer?
Sarah Brightman. I don't. That's kids.
Well, what
don't
did you want
get,
out of it?
Babe, this is what I'm saying. I was like 7. You don't know any of those things when you're 7. So thinking I'm going to be an opera singer, I'm just thinking I see Sarah Brightman on like a KBYU concert, and I'm like, looks cool.
Okay, well, if I'm going to be unfair to myself, not unfair, harsh on myself, then I feel like I was always too much of an overthinker to commit to something like that. I would just be like, well, it wouldn't work. Maybe even at 7. I don't remember, being 7,
You're
thinking about
highly
that.
practical even then. You're
No,
like, you
it's-
know what? I'm already too old, honestly. I should be in voice lessons right now,
don't-
training
well.
myself in order to get to the Sarah Brightman, Andrea Bocelli
No,
level.
I mean, I wish it was more practical. I just feel like maybe it's super negative. Or I just thought, yeah, like, oh, I don't know anyone who's a famous musician right now, so it's not going to happen for me.
This is interesting.
That just feels realistic. I just feel like I never, it felt like almost like a weird kind of hubris to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to be this. And I wish I was more like that. I wish I was more reckless because I probably would have made better progress in these kind of things.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
c'est la vie,
c'est la vie.
which is Arab.
You only live YOLO.
You only live yellow once.
Yeah, you only YOLO once. Is
Oh,
that what it
yeah,
is?
sorry.
Okay, well, those are the main.
You only YOLO once only leaves out the word live.
You only YOLO once. I was going through a bunch of these sayings that you had me write down, like over
My
the
sayings?
years. Yeah, we call them Shua-isms. Shua-isms.
Okay. I wonder if I'll agree with any of them.
And I thought maybe I could find a couple to share, maybe one that's serious and one that's not.
Okay. I'm already feeling embarrassed. Go ahead.
I don't know. Okay. Do you want me to start with something serious?
Poorly written so far.
Should I start with the funny or the serious?
I don't know. Is the serious enough that you need to relieve tension?
No.
Okay, then start with the funny.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
See, always practical.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Okay. The word everything in an everything bagel is a huge exaggeration. As far as I can tell, there's about 3 types of seeds.
That's true. Well, who decided that was everything? Come on, people.
Come on. And then there was one other funny one. I mean, there's others.
Not a joke,
but
folks. I don't know. I went Biden. Sorry. Go
I'll
ahead.
give you one kudo. I don't know why you
Yeah,
had me write that down, but I thought
It's
that was
everyone
funny.
gives kudos. They don't. It's always
I'll give you
plural.
one,
You
okay?
get one kudo
kudo.
from me. I'm not going to give you
I'm not gonna
kudos.
not kudos. I don't know what kudos actually means, so maybe there is
It
something
sounds
in
Greek.
the-
I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. No, one of these things I've literally said this other. It's a more serious one, or it's just not funny. Maybe that's what I'll say. It's not that it's super
So it could
serious.
be trying to be funny, but it's just not.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I've said it to. I've gone to therapy and said this to the therapist because it's something that stuck in my brain so much. And I think this is probably from like 4 or 5 years ago. You said, time doesn't heal all wounds. Healing your wounds heals your wounds.
Actually, I like that. That's pretty good.
It's good. Oh my gosh. I don't know why it's making me tear up actually thinking about it.
It makes me feel that way too, but probably
I don't
because I
know
forgot.
why. I'm not sure why it's making me feel that way, honestly, but it is a really good saying because the thing is it's such a common mentality that time will heal your wounds. I think it's just more, you saying that had this thing that it triggered in me of like, oh my gosh, yeah, time might give you the semblance of healing from a wound, but really I think it just gives you distance from the wound, which may or may not mean that you've dealt with it.
Yeah, I mean,
Or you might have just covered it up.
I've
or
tried
whatever.
to heal wounds with time, and it has not worked before. And I'm, to be clear, talking not about physical, scabs or things like that, but talking about. I mean, whenever people are talking about that, they're talking about psychological things.
Yeah.
I do actually like that. I forgot that that's a thing, but I agree. I stand by it. And I stand by.
I wasn't gonna pick one that I wouldn't think that you would stand by.
But it feels like, it feels like I want more focused on you. I feel like
I'm hosting.
Okay, fine.
I mean, you can co-host it and have questions ready. But
This isn't co-hosting what I'm doing.
No, I honestly feel like you're the guest. And then you feel guilty that you're the guest.
Maybe. Just like a gift, I feel guilty that maybe I'm not handling this gift correctly.
Wait, I found another one.
Not
that's
appreciating it. Okay.
There's another one. I don't rember this.
Don't do too many because we got to make these last over the 15 years and 17,000 hours we're planning to do.
This is, you said, anxiety is, and I might have to reword this. I'm not exactly sure if I'm doing the correct wording. Anxiety is emotional mental pain. So trying to remove just pain doesn't help you. You feel pain for a reason.
Oh, I think so. I don't think it's meaning to differentiate emotional pain from physical pain, but it's more about the idea of pain as a signal. You don't want to remove a signal because signals are trying to tell you something important.
You're saying anxiety is emotional mental pain. So trying to just remove what? The anxiety?
Yeah, you don't want to just
Doesn't
get rid
help
of
you?
your anxiety or ignore your anxiety. It's there for a reason. It's giving you a signal in your life that something's not right or not okay. You don't want to just look, like I'm saying, it's emotional pain. When you have physical pain, you don't just say, ugh, my arm is really hurting. And also there's a snap in this bony part. Anyway, what pills do I take to make that go away? Yeah, I'm saying you usually want to deal with it. That's I think what it's saying. But yeah, you picked that. I should have workshopped that one before you read it.
You probably said it differently.
It's more about pain as a signal, and you don't want, signals are there for a reason. You don't want to ignore signals, and anxiety is a signal as well. It's an emotional, painful signal. The end.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about that as
The anxiety thing?
Yeah, what are your thoughts about the category or your
I wasn't
thoughts about
listening.
when you read it? No, I mean, you gave your thoughts, I guess, on the other one, but just not about the statement, but about, I guess, the subject of anxiety. What are your thoughts about it?
We've talked about this before. I like the idea that anxiety is really like the worst feeling. It's worse. Feeling the anxiety of a thing that you're worried about happening is typically worse than maybe going through the thing that you're potentially worried about happening, which more than likely is not actually going to happen.
That's
like
true.
It causes a lot of strain and can affect you physically, not just emotionally, because of, I think, the mental load that anxiety can have on you. So I do think that
that's horrible.
Trying to, not necessarily trying to bury it, but trying to rein in your thoughts and feelings and concerns about things can help a lot. Like I thought about that a lot with childbirth. And I think about that now too, because it can be easy. It can be easy when you're pregnant to get overrun with, your hormones are running high and you're already kind of a mess. And then if you start thinking about potential things that might go wrong or could be wrong during the pregnancy or during childbirth, I think you're probably the one that inspired me to think that way. But I like, what was I trying to say? The anxiety thing is often worse than what actually ends up happening, honestly.
Yeah,
and I was
I
more
try to
worried about
listen to
things
that
going
advice.
wrong with childbirth or pregnancy or whatever many times. And the thing that I was worried about didn't happen, or if something did happen that wasn't what I wanted to happen, which there was stuff during childbirth that didn't go like I was hoping, it really wasn't that bad.
Yeah, that's true. And you kind of, all the frustration and fear of all that stuff kind of fades away when you got the baby in front of you, and it's pretty awesome. But
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that makes it awesome
yeah.
and worth it. So. All right. Well, we're going to wrap up our episode 2 of Two Salts on a Pod. It was really fun talking about
Flare jeans.
Flare jeans, differences in reactions to gifts, life news, or life events.
Anxiety. What was the other? Wait, what was the other?
Talked about anxiety. We talked about
healing.
Healing wounds. That could go on. We could obviously talk much more about that.
We really ran the gambit to say that phrase completely incorrectly.
Yeah, but you finally answered my question around flare jeans. Except I always knew you didn't like it for date night. I mean, like from pretty early on. But
Are we opening that topic?
I just really vehemently disagree. I think they look so good. So
we're going to continue on the flare jeans topic in episode 3.
I think it's such a bummer. We're going to have to bring on... I need to bring on a rational
wait,
female
here. I'll fix
who can
it.
talk about flare jeans with me, because I can think of a couple people who really love flare jeans, but I don't think they're going to be able to articulate a good enough argument
I can solve
about
it.
why it's good. I'd love to know if there's any dudes out there. Dudes who like flare jeans, please show up.
There aren't
if
any.
You're
Now give me
35, then I'm not 35 years old. No, if you're over 45, then
Is
like
that who you
maybe
think grew up in the 70s? Because it's not.
I don't know. I feel
wait, let me solve it. But in this recap zone of the podcast, here's the thing. Date nights, especially with kids, it can feel like a super limited opportunity. So if it's something that happens more regularly, then it'll be like, yeah, you look nice in flare jeans and you look nice in skinny jeans. It won't seem as much of a vaunted... Is that a word? A vaunted opportunity that I need to make the best of. Where I'm like, well, I want you to look really, to keep it PG.
What if I think flare jeans look the best on me, and
you're
I
allowed to
feel
be wrong 25% of the time?
What if I feel super hot in flare jeans? That's such a bummer that then I'm like, okay, these are the things that I reserve for when I want to look my best.
To who?
To you, because I think they look the best.
But what if I really liked, I don't know, like a bowler hat? What if I was like, I look stylish as heck in a bowler hat and wearing a monocle, and all of my guy friends are like, whoa, you look super dapper, bro.
I don't see you dressing up for dates in a way that I specifically want you to.
Well, you just got to tell me what it is, and I'll do it. We'll compromise on that. And that is what Two Salts on a Pod is all about.
We are solving life's problems one flare jean topic at a time. Okay, as always, we have Salty Boy.
I'm at Salty Boy Games on YouTube. Oh, sorry. That seems
as always, we have the Salty Boy of Salty Games himself here.
This is Mason, Jonathan, Joshua, and I am on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok as Salty Boy Games, one word. Also, I'm on Spotify and have a bunch of music at Amalgamatus, which is the word amalgam with A-T-U-S at the end.
Yes.
I have music that I made, and yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's get some plugs from the salty girl herself.
Yeah.
It's time.
You can't
We're
help
so
but
bad
take
at
over.
wrapping up. I'm sorry. You're the one who gave me ciders and whatnot before this.
Yeah, and you can find some of my content once I finally get around to making some at Salty Girl Media.
Mm-hmm.
All one word. Instagram, and obviously here on the pod. This is what the two salts are on the pod.
We're two salts on a pod, keeping it real, keeping it good, keeping it daily.
We should talk about next time. We should talk about where the name came from and our evolution of of getting to the name and all the other names that we didn't pick.
Okay, next time we're going to talk about the origin of our names and the origin of species.
I'm not
evolution.
saying it as a wrap-up thing. I'm saying it so I remember for us.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, next time we'll discuss
Maybe
that.
sometime we will. Yeah, it doesn't have to be next time, but one time.
Thank you to both of our moms for listening to this podcast and anyone else who we made watch it or listen to it.
Neither of our parents are going to watch this.
No, they're all dead. Just kidding. No,
half.
Okay.
Half.
Yes. Half are dead, which you will learn in subsequent episodes. Now, keep it good and great and salty and everything.
Coming up with the sign.
I'm trying to make it feel like it's an end.
Yeah, it's going to feel like an end when you fade in with the outro.
And here's the outro.
Two salt on a pie.